Hello from Savantwadi. We are charging our Tata Nexon Max because we are on our way back to Pune from Goa. We had a lovely time yesterday in Goa, 2 days in Goa actually, and we got the chance to drive the new Tata Tiago.ev. In this video, we are going to take some questions from the community. I have with me, as always, Captain Sanjay. He also drove the Tata Tiago.ev, and we're looking forward to answering the questions the community members have for us.
Okay, there's no hill hold or hill assist on the Tiago EV. Yes, it's got a regular parking brake, so you can utilize it like any other car. We went up the hill, down the hill, we stopped on the hill, no hill hold.
The Tata people told us that the brake lights do come on, but at region level 3 and not on region level 1 or region level 2. The suspension quality is not very good, I must admit that. It's not as good as even the Tigor, and the Tigor suspension isn't all that great. So you do feel all the tiny little bumps on the road, unfortunately.
I'm of the opinion they keep it a little tight. The reason being it's got a longer life. It helps, otherwise suspension maintenance is a big cost. If 4 people are there inside it with a few luggage, it doesn't feel anything different.
So speaking about the comfort level, when I got into the front seat, I was surprised at just how much space was there. Now I'm a person of average height, 5'5", so naturally smaller cars are not a problem for me, but the captain is 6 feet plus, and even he had no problem, he loved it. As for the back, other community members also sat in the back, some of them of average height, some of them 6 feet plus, and they also found it quite luxurious when it came to comfort.
Yeah, we could see the orange wires at the bottom, and I have suggested to the Tata team that they should cover it up. Various discussions have happened that people will obviously cover it in the aftermarket. What do you say?
Yeah, so the orange wire, what we call the famous orange wire of death, that is very visible unfortunately, but we do believe that aftermarket accessories will be available to cover it up. Tata on its own side is not going to do anything about it right now, but that might change going forward.
It's got a very small wheelbase, comparatively a small wheelbase, so it doesn't affect much on the speed breakers and stuff. It's like a regular sedan car, any other sedan car.
In Goa, we went over those really small, annoying speed breakers and even the larger speed breakers, and we didn't face any issue whatsoever. At no point, even when there were 4 people in the car, did the bottom of the car touch any of the speed breakers. We had the top variant of the car with all the bells and whistles. Unfortunately, it does not have a rear parking sensor.
Yeah, some people like it, some people don't, the rear parking horn, but you know, safety wise it's helpful, but obviously they want to keep the cost of the car lower, and I think it goes with that.
Right, if you hate that noise, if you hate that beep, 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 then it's a blessing for you, I guess. So we would need to do further testing to confirm this. Obviously, we cannot give you any hard data right now, but extrapolating from our experience of driving yesterday, which was a mix of highway driving and city driving, you can expect a range of about 200 odd kilometers in the city, and on the highway probably a bit less, maybe 170-ish.
We were doing all kinds of testing, some 10 people test drove it in sports mode as well. I am of the opinion 200 would be a practical range in the city, and about the same value on the highway if you are driving somewhere around 80 kmph.
Speaking about the regen, I did not find it to be as refined as it is in the Nexon Prime or the Nexon Max, or even to be as good as it is in the Tigor. A lot of times, even on region level 3, I could not carry out one pedal driving. There were many points where I had to suddenly brake because I was surprised by the car in front of me, which did not happen in the Tigor or the Max, because the slowdown is instant basically. I would say that the regen is not as sophisticated as in the more expensive Tigor or the Nexon Max.
Well, I don't like to use the single pedal is because I want to keep myself tuned to the other cars. So I use 1 or 2, and I'm sure they'll refine it as we progress, because the feedback is important. Noise inside the car is very comfortable. There's a whining sound, but it's music, not noise.
I'd just like to say that the whine of the motor is better than...
The noise of the engine of a ICE car.
Right. Would I consider buying the Tiago EV? I already have the Nexon Prime, so I would not need it, honestly.
I need a replacement for the E2O. It's become a little old. But I guess, the deliveries will start from January, and if I book now, I'll get it by August or something. So, yes, it's a fantastic replacement for the E2O, and I'll be looking forward to that.
Okay, so that's all the questions that we have for today. If you have any more questions or if you have any thoughts about the Tiago EV, make sure that you write them down in the comments below, and we will try to forward them to Tata Motors.